So you're looking for a master plan community near Charleston, but you don't want to deal with the traffic and congestion that you've heard about in Somerville. Well, picture this. You wake up, roll out of bed, grab a cup of coffee, and you step outside to a peaceful lake view. The birds are chirping, the sun is just starting to warm things up, and there's just enough of a breeze to remind you that you do, in fact, live in the South. Not bad, right? Well, that's just a normal morning in Fox Bank Plantation, a neighborhood in Moncks Corner that has pretty much everything you need. Well, unless what you need is a Target 5 minutes away, which in that case, we'll get to that. But here's the thing. I am not going to give you some fluffy, sugar-coated brochure-style version of what living in Fox Bank is like. We're going all in. I'm talking about the good, the bad, the things people really don't tell you, and maybe even a few surprises along the way. And trust me, there is something about this neighborhood that most people don't know, and it might just change the way you think about moving here. So stick around for that. Let's start with a little background. Fox Bank Plantation was first developed in the mid-2000s, right before the housing market crash. And if you were around back then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a pretty wild time. But despite the ups and downs of the market, Fox Bank didn't just survive, it kept growing. Over the years, it has expanded into one of the largest master plan communities in Moncks Corner. And here's the kicker, it is still growing. That's right, they are still building brand new homes here. So if you're one of those people who absolutely loves the idea of everything being fresh, new, and untouched, no weird smells, no questionable DIY projects from the previous owner, you've got options. Now onto location. Fox Bank is in Moncks Corner, which is about 30 minutes north of Charleston, unless you're hitting traffic, which in that case, you might want to bring a snack, maybe some patience, and maybe an audiobook. But what makes Fox Bank different from a lot of the other neighborhoods out here is that it is practically its own little town. They really thought this one through. Right at the front of the neighborhood, you've got shops, restaurants, doctor's offices, and all other businesses just a short golf cart ride away. And yes, you will absolutely see people riding around in golf carts like it's completely normal. Whether you need to grab a quick bite, get a haircut, or stop by the dentist, which, let's be honest, no one's really excited about that, you don't even have to leave the neighborhood. And just across the street from the entrance is a brand new Publix. So if you ever find yourself halfway through cooking dinner and you realize that you're out of something, you can literally be in and out in just minutes. That is assuming, of course, that you don't get distracted by their bakery section, which, if I'm being honest, that is a struggle for all of us. But that's not all. Fox Bank isn't just some neighborhood with a couple of sidewalks and a playground. They actually delivered on making this place feel like a community. You've got an elementary school right inside the neighborhood, which is a huge perk if you've got kids. No sitting in traffic for 30 minutes just to drop them off. They can literally bike or walk to school, and that alone is a game changer for busy parents. My name is Deneene Guerry, the Southern Living Yankee, and a realtor in Charleston, South Carolina, and the surrounding areas. I specialize in helping people relocate to Charleston from out of state because I have been there and I've done it myself. I know how exciting, but still overwhelming, the stress of a big move can be, and that's why I'm here, to help to make it easier for you. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, I'll provide honest advice and expert guidance every step of the way. If you're ready to start your journey, reach out today to find out how I can help you save $1,000 on your closing costs. Or you can click the link in the description below to download my relocation guide. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss tips on living your best life in Charleston and the rest of the Lowcountry. Now, let's talk about the amenities. And listen, they didn't cheap out on these. You've got not one, but two pools in the neighborhood. One is more of your classic resort style pool, you know, the kind where you can lounge, bring the kids, and just relax. The other one is a lap pool. So if you're one of those people who actually enjoys getting your exercise in, which, depending on the day, sometimes is me, you've got a designated spot for swimming with your laps without having to dodge pool noodles and cannonballs. There's also a fitness center, multiple parks for both you and your pup, walking trails, and a huge 67-acre lake. It is perfect for fishing, kayaking, or maybe just pretending you're going to do any of these things while you just sit on the dock. And get this, Fox Bank even has its own fire station right in the neighborhood. Now, obviously, no one wants to need a fire station, but if an emergency ever happens, it's nice to know that help isn't far away. And one of my favorite things about Fox Bank is the sense of community. There are neighborhood events all the time. There's festivals, food truck nights, holiday celebrations. It's one of those places where people actually know their neighbors, which is great, unless you're trying to sneak a DoorDash order inside without anyone noticing. Now, let's talk about the homes themselves. Like I said, there's a pretty good mix here. You've got townhomes, single-family homes, and even some that are larger with more upgrades, like big porches and open floor plans. Whether you're a first-time buyer or if you're just looking for something a little bit bigger, there's really something for everyone here. And with new construction still happening, you've got options. You can either buy a home that's already built, or you can build one from the ground up and pick out all of your finishes. But of course, no neighborhood is perfect. And I have to be honest, if you're someone who does need to be 5 minutes away from Target, Fox Bank might test your patience. The closest major shopping areas are in North Charleston or Somerville, which it isn't terrible, but it's not right around the corner either. But on the bright side, it's a great excuse to accidentally buy 47 things that you didn't know you needed when you make the trip. Now, I told you earlier that there's something about this neighborhood that most people don't know, and here it is. Even though Fox Bank itself has a ton to offer, it's also super close to one of the best kept secrets in the area, Old Santee Canal Park. If you've never been there, it's this massive, beautiful park with boardwalks over the water, tons of wildlife, and some really cool history. It's one of those places where you go for a quick visit and you end up spending half of your day there because it's just so nice. So bottom line, if you're looking for a neighborhood that has great amenities, a mix of home styles, a built-in sense of community, and easy access to both nature and the city, Fox Bank is definitely worth checking out. Just be warned, once you move in, you might not want to leave. My name is Deneene Guerry, the Southern Living Yankee, and a realtor in Charleston, South Carolina and the surrounding areas. I specialize in helping people relocate to Charleston from out of state because I've been there myself. I know how exciting but still overwhelming a big move can be, but I'm here to make it easier. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, I'll provide honest advice and expert guidance every step of the way. If you're ready to start your journey, reach out today to find out how I can help you get $1,000 towards your moving costs. Or you can click the link in the description to download my relocation guide. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss tips on living your best life in Charleston and the rest of the Lowcountry. Thank you so much for joining me. So long for today.